Everybody loves his life. हर किसी को जिंदगी प्यारा है. But what is this life all about? What is this life all about? परम पूज्यपाद श्री से आचार्य देव says, life is neutral. Life is neither good nor bad, nor it is happy nor sad. Life is absolutely neutral. He says, water and life are very similar to each other. पानी और जीवन निरपेक्ष है. पानी को जिस रंग में रंगीन करोगे, पानी वही रंग से रंगीन होगा. If you add green color to water, water becomes green. If you add blue, water becomes blue. If we add some bad smell, water gives bad smell. If we add some aroma or perfume to water, water gives aroma. So water has no color, water has no perfume, water has no taste. If you add salt to it, it becomes salty. If you add sugar to it, it becomes sweet. जीवन is also like that. Life is also like that. जिस रंग में जीवन को रंगीन करेंगे, वही होगा हम लोगों का जीवन. If you want to make it happy, it becomes happy. If you want to make our life sad, it becomes sad. If you want to make our life troublesome, it becomes troublesome. If you ask 5 different people what life is, 5 अलग अलग लोगों के आप अगर पूछोगे जीवन क्या है, कोई बोलेगा जीवन है मिस्ट्री, कोई बोलेगा जीवन है आनंद उपभोग, कोई बोलेगा जीवन समस्या ही समस्या है, कोई बोलेगा जीवन दुख ही दुख. जिस रंग में रंगीन करेंगे जीवन को, वही होगा हम लोगों का जीवन. आचार्य देव कहते हैं, हमारा जो मन की भाव जैसा है, वही भाव से रंगीन होता है हम लोगों का जीवन. अगर मन की भाव होता है दुख की भाव, तो जीवन बन जाता है दुख. मन में अगर अक्सर रहता है सुख की भाव, तो जीवन बन जाता है सुख, आनंद, उपभोग. तो किस रंग में जीवन को रंगीन करेंगे, हमारे मन की भाव के ऊपर निर्भर करता है. भाव जैसा, मन वैसा और जीवन ही वैसा है. फिर भाव कैसा है, वो अच्छा है बुरा है, whether our thoughts are beautiful or they're sad, the thoughts are lively or they were dull, that depend on one thing. आचार्य कहते हैं, भाव कैसा है वो निर्भर करता है परिवेश का संघात जो हमारे ऊपर आता है. The friction from our environment decides what is going to be our thought. The friction from the environment. Every moment we receive friction from the environment. जैसे ठाकुर उसको कहता है संघात. परिवेश से संघात हमें अक्सर मिलता है. जिसी तरह हम संघात से जूझते हैं, the way we respond to the friction, the way we respond to impulses from our environment, that friction creates thoughts in our mind. And thoughts decide what is going to be our life. Because thoughts give color to our life. जिस रंग में जीवन को रंगीन करेंगे, वही रंग में जीवन होगा. तो how can we have thoughts of happiness all the time? How can we have thoughts of beauty all the time? How can we have thoughts of positivity all the time? The only way to get there is to be at the center of the source of positivity, the source of happiness, the source of beauty, उनके साथ हम जब रहेंगे तो हमारा जीवन में जिंदगी में जो थॉट्स आएंगे वो सुंदर होगा, वो उपभोग्य होगा, आनंदमय होगा। इसीलिए जीवन में चाहिए द सोर्स ऑफ हैप्पीनेस, द सोर्स ऑफ एंजॉयमेंट, द सोर्स ऑफ ब्यूटी, एंड ही इज श्री श्री ठाकुर। ही इज आवर सोर्स ऑफ exuberance. He is our source of happiness. There is a famous philosopher who once said, an unexamined life is not worth living. जिस जीवन को हमने अनुध्यान नहीं किया है, जिस जीवन को समझने के लिए हमने कोशिश नहीं किया है, इस जीवन को निभाने का क्या लाभ है, उसमें क्या मजा है? जिस जीवन क्या है उसको समझने के लिए हमने कोशिश की। आज जब हम देखते हैं जीवन की ओर, जीवन एक दौड़ है। लाइफ इज नथिंग बट ए रेस। देयर इज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग स्टोरी दैट ऑल ऑफ यू माइट हैव हर्ड। देयर वाज अ फार्मर. द फार्मर हैड अ डॉग. द डॉग यूज्ड टू सिट राइट इन फ्रंट ऑफ द गेट ऑफ द फार्मर्स हाउस. Every day vehicles passing by the farmer's house, the dog used to run after them. One day the farmer's friend came to the farmer and said, "Friend, why is this dog running after all these vehicles? Does it believe that it can catch any vehicle one day?" तुम्हारा जो कुत्ता है कि पागल है? उसको क्या लगता है इतने रफ्तार से जो व्हीकल्स जा रहे हैं उनको पकड़ पाएगा? क्या पागल है तुम्हारा कुत्ता? शास्त्री ने कहा, ओ कोई कौन सा गाड़ी को पकड़ पाएगा नहीं पकड़ पाएगा वो मेरा मन का सवाल नहीं है, बट मैं सोचता हूं अगर किसी दिन किसको पकड़ लिया करेगा क्या? It is not my concern whether the dog is going to catch some vehicle or not, but one day if it catches, what is he going to do with that person? Our life is like this. We are running. We are in a race. We are running mindlessly. But for what? What are we running after? कहाँ भाग रहे हैं? किधर भाग रहे हैं? किसको पकड़ना है? क्या करना है? कहाँ पहुंचना है? What is our destination? What is our objective? What is the purpose of life? We don't know. Many of us work for IT companies. In corporates, there is a word called rat race. चूहों का दौड़. Rat race मतलब rats run. Each rat tries to leave the other rat behind, and it has to move fast. But for what? Where is it going? What is it running for? What is the purpose? What is the goal? What is the destination? We don't know. One day a businessman came to Lord Ramakrishna Paramahansa and he said, "Lord, I believe Goddess Kali has given you her darshan." Ramakrishna Paramahansa said, "Yes, I have seen Ma Kali many times." This man said, "Next time Mother Kali comes to you, can you also request her to come to my home and give me darshan?" Ramakrishna Dev said, "Yes, why not? Next time when she comes, I will ask her to come to your residence. Give me your address." The man wrote something on a piece of paper and handed it over to Lord Ramakrishna Paramahansa Dev. Ramakrishna looked at the paper and said, "It is your house address. I don't need your house address. Give me your address." The man thought for a moment, took out a piece of paper again and then wrote something on the piece of paper. Gave it to Lord Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna looked at it and said, "It is your shop's address. It is the address of your business. Give me your address. Then only I can ask Ma Kali to come to your house." The man did not know what to say. He was quiet. Lord Ramakrishna said, "Find, search for it. The day you find your address, that day Mother Kali will come to your place. ढूंढो तुम्हारा पता क्या है, जिस दिन तुम्हें पता चलेगा उस दिन मां काली तुम्हारे घर आएंगे, तुम्हारे पास आएंगे. None of us know what is our address. We don't know what is our address. We don't know what is, where we came from. We don't know what is our destination. A devotee came to Sri Sri Thakur Gurchandra and asked, Thakur, what is the difference between supreme soul and soul? परमात्मा और जीवात्मा के बीच फर्क क्या है? Sri Sri Thakur ji asked him, have you seen the sea? The man said many times. Many times I have seen the sea. Thakur told him, look, the sea is Paramatma, the waves in the sea is Jivatma. जो समुद्र है वो है परमात्मा और समुद्र के ऊपर जो waves आते हैं, जो ढेउ आते हैं, वो है जीवात्मा. Waves originate from the sea, go up, again merge with the sea. जो ढेउ आते हैं समुद्र से निकलते हैं, फिर समुद्र से मिल जाते हैं. कभी कभी ढेउ को पता नहीं चलता है कि समुद्र उसका ओरिजिन है, सोर्स है. कभी कभी हम लोग को पता नहीं चलता, भूल जाते हैं कि हमारा सोर्स इज श्री श्री ठाकुर, द सुप्रीम फादर. ही इज आवर एड्रेस, ही इज आवर एड्रेस एंड ही इज आवर डेस्टिनेशन. हम लोग का ओरिजिन भी है, हम लोग का गंतव्य भी है. श्री श्री ठाकुर इज आवर ओरिजिन, श्री श्री ठाकुर इज आवर डेस्टिनेशन. And Sri Sri Thakur is also the guide in this journey. This is a very interesting thing, where the source and the destination and the pathfinder, the guide in the journey is the same. Sri Sri Thakur, Paramatma. So, once we understand that He is our destination, we are not in a rat race anymore. चूहों का जो दौड़ उसमें हम दौड़ते नहीं. We don't run like that dog who runs after vehicles without knowing why he is running after vehicles. Because our journey has a purpose. Our journey has an objective. Sri Sri Thakur Gurchandra says, जीवन का उद्देश्य है ईश्वर प्राप्ति. Objective of our life is to find Him, to realize Him, to understand Him, to find Him in life. When we find Him in life, life becomes beautiful, blissful. Life becomes a happy life. A man came to Sri Sri Thakur Gurchandra and said, Thakur, nothing is going right in my life. जीवन में कुछ भी सही नहीं चल रहा. घर में प्रॉब्लम है, मेरा बीवी बच्चों के साथ मेरा रिश्ता अच्छा नहीं है, जो प्रतिवेशी है उनके साथ भी मेरा रिश्ता नाता कुछ अच्छा नहीं है. अभाव अनाटन लगे रहता है. There is poverty, there is problem in my life. Relationships have gone bad. Nothing is going right. Thakur, I don't know what will happen tomorrow. कल क्या होगा मुझे पता नहीं है. ठाकुर, कभी कभी मुझे जिंदगी से डर लगने लगा. I'm scared of life. I don't know what's going to happen to me tomorrow. Sri Sri Thakur smiled in a very reassuring tone, because Sri Sri Thakur was full of inspiration. In a very reassuring tone, Thakur told him, son, the man who knows how to swim, is he scared of water? जिसको तैरना आता है उसको क्या पानी को डर लगता है? बंदा ने कहा, ना ठाकुर, क्यों डर लगेगा, उसको तो तैरना आता है. Thakur ji said, the man who knows how to swim in this samsara, in this material world, is he scared of this material world? जिसको इस दुनिया में कैसे चलना है, जो उसको मालूम है, उसको क्या जिंदगी से डर लगता है? ठाकुर जी ने कहा, the man who has learned how to swim from a swimming teacher knows how to swim. He enjoys water every moment. Sometimes he goes into the depths of water, sometimes on the surface, Sometimes right in the middle of the water, he enjoys water. You ask him to come out of water, he says, no, I'll be inside water for some more time. Thakur says, बेटा, पानी उसका नियंत्रण में है, इसलिए पानी को उपभोग करता है. My dear child, when life is in your control, you will enjoy life. But like that person who goes to the swimming teacher and learns how to swim, you must go to a life teacher and must learn how to live life and be in control of life. All of us are extremely fortunate that we have Sri Sri Thakur Gurchandra, our life teacher, who has taught us how to live life. If you have learned how to live life, life is in our control. We are going to enjoy life. We don't have to worry about life. This is just a Thakur. Life teacher, Purushottam, Sadguru, the embodiment of Godhood. When God Himself comes in human form, He becomes a life teacher. He is the master of masters. He is the teacher of teachers. He is the guru of gurus. When we have Him, we don't need any other guru, any other teacher in life. Because He is fulfiller the best. He fulfills everyone. When we have Him in our life, we don't need anything else. We don't need any other mantra. We don't need any other sastra. We don't need any other technique. Because He is the master of everything. He is the master of the universe. And He Himself, the supreme guide, is our guide in our life. Esther Prasanna Bhattacharya asked Thakur, Thakur, why do I need an intermediary between me and God? God is, I can pray to God directly. Why do I need a guru? Sri Sri Thakur Gurchandra replied, a life which has no relationship with the man, what is my purpose in that life? जिस जीवन में एक मनुष्य के साथ संबंध नहीं है, इस जीवन के साथ मेरा क्या नाता है? Sri Sri Thakur told Kestoda, when you talk about love, you remember your mother. When you talk about poetry, you remember Rabindranath Tagore. When you talk about cruelty, you think of a cruel man. What about Godhood? What about godliness? When you think about Godhood, don't you need a man in whom Godhood has been manifested? Don't you need a man in whom godliness has been embodied? Don't you need a man? To understand love, you need to think of your mother. To understand cruelty, you have to think of a cruel man. To understand poetry, you have to think of a poet. To understand Godhood, don't you need a man in whom godliness has been attributed? Kestoda used to ask many questions to Thakur. He said, I understand this, Thakur. But infinite God, how can He come in a man who is 4.5 feet tall? God is infinite. How can He come in the form of a man? Thakur said, Kestoda, if you take one matchstick, if you light the match, and if that matchstick, that creates a fire, and that fire keeps spreading, is it possible that if you don't stop that fire, that can destroy the whole earth? Esther Prasanna Bhattacharya said, yes, if you don't stop that fire, if that fire starts from that single matchstick, अगर वो बढ़ता गया, कोई इसको नहीं रोका, तो सारा पृथ्वी को डिस्ट्रॉय कर सकता है। ठाकुर जी ने कहा एक छोटा सा मैचस्टिक से अगर इस पृथ्वी को विध्वस्त करने का ताकत उसके अंदर होता है, एक 4.5 हाथ मनुष्य के अंदर क्या इन्फिनाइट गॉड नहीं आ सकते? क्यों नहीं आ सकते? आ सकते हैं। दिस इज पॉसिबल। इफ a small match can destroy the whole earth, man can embody God, and God comes in human form in every age. हम लोग मानते हैं कि ईश्वर गुरु के रूप में आते हैं, लेकिन इस दुनिया में इतने सारे गुरु हैं. There are so many fake gurus and real gurus. How do you distinguish between the two? And it is difficult to accept any guru because possibly all the gurus are fake gurus. That is the question one of my friends asked me. And I said, look, you have counterfeit notes and you have real notes. And a counterfeit note is a duplicate of a real note. There are fake gurus and there are real gurus. And a fake guru is a duplicate of a real guru. If counterfeit note is there, that means there is something called the real note, real currency. If fake guru is there, that means there is somebody who is a real guru. You have to find. Just because there are so many fake gurus, you cannot lose faith in the system of guru. And the real guru, when the real guru comes, many try to follow the real guru. They try to dress like him, they try to talk like him, they try to preach like him, they try to follow the real guru. Essentially what it means, if you have a real guru, possibly there could be many fake gurus, but that doesn't matter. All of us are extremely fortunate that we have Sri Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra, who is the embodiment of Godhood. He is our supreme guide. He has taught us every moment how to live life blissfully. A guru doesn't do miracles. Guru teaches you how to live your life beautifully. Sri Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra, when he was asked about miracles, he said, I do not believe in miracles. My purpose of coming to this world is to take away the greed for miracles, the temptation for miracles. I am here to teach you how to become something so that you can achieve superior excellence in your life. He says there are 4 simple steps. Dharo, karo, bano, pao. Dharo means come to the center of the guide. Karo means follow, do what he has advised. And when we do what he has advised, we become. And when we become, getting becomes normal. Achievement becomes normal. Because we become confident. Sri Sri Thakur said, each one of you can achieve human excellence. You can achieve human excellence. You can become extraordinary human beings. Because each one of us have the ability to manifest godly attributes within us. Sri Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra says, if mastery within awakens not, master, center, none you have, deceiving you shall be deceived. Sri Sri Thakur says, awaken that mastery within you. That mastery is nothing but that Godhood. Sri Sri Thakur says, the attributes of human superiority, when you achieve a supreme ideal in your life, you become agile, you become competent, you become wise, you become knowledgeable, you become sharp, you become active, your life becomes purposeful when you have such a guide at the center of our life. And when we have our guide and when we have the Acharya, Sri Sri Thakur says, Acharya is the foundation of your life.
If you stay attached to your Acharya Dev, you don't have to worry about anything, because it is the foundation which will hold your life together. If you have alignment with Acharya Dev, then the foundation is going to hold our life together. It will never get fragmented, because you are aligned, you are integrated. When you are aligned and integrated with the supreme ideal and Acharya, then your life will become integrated. And when your life inside is integrated, your life outside will also be integrated. First we need to achieve that integrity within us, then we can achieve that integration outside. I know there is always a time limit in satsang, and the philosophy and ideology of Sri Thakur is infinite. If you keep talking for days, weeks and months, will not be able to touch the minutest small percentage, a minutest portion of Sri Thakur's philosophy and mind. The discussion will go on, the deliberation will go on. I would like to pray at the lotus feet of Sri Thakur for all the South Chennai Guru Bhais who have organized this beautiful satsang in Odisha Bhavan. I would like to pray at the lotus feet of Sri Thakur the well-being and welfare of all of you, your family, your neighborhood, and the entire mankind. Bande Purushottam. Jai.